hope you all enjoy. Make sure that you do follow us everywhere, everybody, at illustrate_radio. Make sure you listen to us on iHeartRadio too. And if you are streaming us live on Facebook at the Studio 202 DC page, make sure you leave your comments, type your questions, type your concerns. We're going to address all of this shit tonight. But first things first, let's say hi to all my ladies in the building. What's up, y'all?
Hey, happy hump day.
Happy hump day. You so pretty melanin rainbow. Yes, it's so good to see you.
Rainbow out here.
Yes. So you guys, our MT Gray, the pretty lady in the red, is Lucky Lay. We got Chalk down at the bottom. We have a new co-host, you guys. We're going to let her introduce herself. What's up, new co-host? Hey, welcome.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to Wednesday. Thank you for having me. As the ladies mentioned, I am Tay. I'm going to be joining you guys this evening to chop it up with the ladies, and we're going to have a really good show. I'm really excited to be here, ladies. Thank you so much.
Yes. And first things first, though, before we even hit you all with this fire, we gotta let our DJ get it in. DJ Stiletto. Go through these people,
Can't you see the glow on the window pane? Can you feel the sun? It's worth it after through my tears. If I leave it
and I'm feeling kind of conventional methods of making love kind of hard. I want to knock your block off, get my talk.
All right. Go on. Give us a little something. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Stepping on
So we're going to go ahead and get this show started for you guys. We're going to jump right in with Just My Luck. Come on, Lucky. What's Just My Luck?
So usually I'm usually super hunky-dory, but today Just My Luck is about Fridays. It's just my luck that I go into Fridays. Normally, every time I go to a Friday, no matter where it is, franchise or store or whatever, I always have an issue. So today's issue is, me and my homegirls, we sitting there, we're having a great time. I leave to give them some space, and also wanted to hurry up and get out of here so I can actually get on my way to the show, right? Anyway, so long story short, we get chased out the parking lot because my homegirl, it was a situation going on. We just kind of wanted to exit the building. And my homegirl, she paid but didn't leave a check. She just kind of rolled out. Mind you, we didn't get a lot of shit. The kitchen wasn't open when we went. It was kind of just really, Can y'all hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. You said you can hear me? Because for a second, anyway. So long story short, We get chased out of the Fridays to pay a check. I mean, to give a tip, not by the bartender, by the bartender's coworker. And what I'm trying to tell people, like, catch more bees with honey. So she was really aggressive. And what you do in aggressive situations like that is you try to give it a little bit of love. You never know as well where the other person's coming from, what kind of day they had, whatever. She just felt like she was defending her friend, and she felt like her friend gave us exceptional service and should have been tipped. Totally understandable. Misunderstanding. I was like, here go to our friend. After I even was given the tip, it was still hostile. For what reason, I have no clue. But the business owners and franchise owners, first of all, stop taking offense if you do not have a timeshare. I mean, stock or share, or you don't personally own the business. Just give good customer service, especially when it's no one else in there. Like, it's not anyone in here. So, and the service wasn't that great. Still tipped, but just try to do a little bit better, because that situation could have totally went left. You're approaching 3. Thank God that we got stuff to lose, and I got a clearance and all that other kind of stuff, and I ain't got the time to be trying to do no extra wild shit, because I could have been somebody totally different. You followed us to our cars, and we driving in 3 trucks, my G. You could have been a whole different situation, and just for a $5 tip.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
That is
crazy.
ridiculous.
My bad, y'all. My rant is over. But on the line,
You never know when you're gonna run into crazy. You never know.
Right.
But treat it with love. You know what I'm saying? Treat it with a little bit of love. Just give it a little bit of love, everybody. Because, man, I'm telling you, I wanted to take it left, but I'm
staying like calm and kind in any situation is always the right way to go. It never will get steered wrong, and most of the time the outcome will be better than anything else you could have did. So I think you did the right thing. That was awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, most definitely. So let's move on into our chalk chat. We ain't had no chalk chat in a minute. I'm excited.
Man, don't I got some chatting to talk about. You like I did that. But no, man, I have been gone for a while, and I am coming back a little heated because my chalk chat is about what's going on in this debating and what's going on in this election right now. As y'all know, the alleged appointed president at the moment has tested positive for corona. So there's that. And he's still refusing to wear a mask in the White House and, risking all these people's lives. I'm actually mad at Joe because last week he held his own in the debate, but he got to learn to keep his cool. Cause you can't let that clownish behavior blind you from the bigger picture, which is you trying to win the presidency, the United States of America. And clearly they want more entertainment than they want politics. We get that. But this kind of serious. You can't be calling him clowns and, sparring with him, bar fighting with him. Like, you really got to come with the facts, and you got to hold your composure, because you trying to get him up out of there. Like, we ain't got no time to waste. And so I kind of I was like, okay, I'm glad with the things he said and the points he made, but he really, has to buckle down and, work on debating with him, because you can tell that there's a struggle there. You can tell that, he does have a problem, trying to keep it together. So I'm just, I'm in a little shaky position because, I need him to win this debate, basically.
It's frustrating to watch them argue like that and them not really have any decorum about debating.
Yeah, I don't want to look like I'm watching reality TV at a time like this. Like, I don't care about entertainment. I care about the facts. This guy
I think tonight's debate is probably going to have more of a substantial impact as far as what's really going on, as opposed to what happened when Trump and Biden had their debate, because they were just two at each other. It's like watching two little children. But Mike Pence is very smart, one, and Kamala is on her shit. So I feel like the debate tonight, you guys, and I'm mad that we're missing it, but I feel like that debate tonight is going to set more of a standard. You know what I mean? I think it's going to set more of a standard. We'll probably be able to get more answers, or at least more of a vision of what's to come.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to stick to policy and like real important stuff, and not try to create this like soundbite media circus to get people to focus on the bullshit. Frankly, it's the bullshit that these fools are throwing at each other. Like it's more like a boxing match than like just two drunk old people trying to like hit each other with whatever they could think of. It was terrible to see.
Right. It sounded like two. It's funny. I watched Trevor Noah. He's an intelligent comedian. Secret, you probably know because you know about all the good comedians.
He's one of my favorites.
I watched the Daily Show, and he said they sounded like two old men at a Denny's. And shut up! Your grandson did such and such.
Right. That's
exactly what it sounded like.
Honestly, I mean, it's like, are you kidding me? You are the reason why they're laughing at America right now. Like this right here is ridiculous. Like, come on, guys.
Right.
So Biden was good at math. He was doing facts.
Don't let him bring it.
Right. Look, I no lies detected here, you guys.
So off my chest now.
Right. So let's keep pushing you guys. Let's get our new host in on her take. Her segment is going to be Tay Talk, might be something else. We don't know. Either way, she's going to bring y'all something positive. She's going to feed y'all spirits right now. Come on, Tay, feed my spirit, boo.
Yes, I want to bring the uplifting vibes. Thank you, T. Gray. Like T. Gray said, I have a previous segment on my own podcast. I'm coming to you guys from the Normal Girl podcast, and every Wednesday I'd like to usually do something on my show where it's a wine with me. I like to complain about things throughout the week, but today, since there is no wine, I'm just going to give you a Tay Talks. And this week I was inspired a lot by reading Shonda Rhimes' book, The Year of Yes. Shonda Rhimes goes on this year after being like negative and always having these insecurities holding her back. She decides that the reality that she's created is not the reality that she really wants to live in. So she starts saying yes to everything. And in the book, she confronts some like very personal like demons about herself, some really deep set insecurities. And I was really, really connecting with this book because I think more than ever in the time of COVID, we kind of create this reality with our words, being locked in our house for months on end, people all around us being affected. I think if I'm going to have a thought for today, it's going to be to say yes to the positive, know when to say no to the negative, and start speaking positivity into your reality and trying to make the best out of very tough situations that we all find ourselves in. So I know it seems tough, but we are all going to get through it. Let this be our year to say yes to all the things positive in our life. And that's it, ladies. That's all I got for this week.
I'm all for that. Yeah, we all need those positive vibes right now. That's just the reality of it. Like, life is too short, you guys, to be focused on the negative.
Right.
Especially dealing with anxiety as well. Yes, to new opportunities. Yep. Yes. Saying yes is not just being agreeable. It's about knowing when to say no as well, and using your voice to say no.
Exactly.
And Shonda Rhimes has a really good book in her, a very good job in her book of illustrating how she was able to balance between that. It's really positive. It's really uplifting. So if you guys need a good read, I would absolutely read Shonda Rhimes' Year of Yes.
Okay, we're going to put that on the Illustrate Book Club. Okay. So we're going to move real quick, guys, into my love and Yes, we're gonna start that 2021. We're gonna start a book club. So my love, and you guys, I bounce back and forth with this, but I am gonna let it be love and let live today. So my co-hosts all know that most of the time when Kanye is on our radar, I'm not feeling it. But since the last time we talked about Kanye, I said I'm gonna let this man live. I'm gonna bring him up today because what I feel like he's doing right now is very positive, and it makes so much sense. And Black America really needs to pay attention and start taking his lead, so to speak. So Kanye is trying to get himself on the board of either Adidas or Gap. And some would say, oh, that's no big deal, but that's major. When you look at white America, when you look at the brands that Black people buy into that support, I'm not going to say a white America ideal, but when you look at the brands that we buy into, everybody sitting at the board table, everybody in the boardroom is white. There are no people of color on most major boards or most major brands that we support. And Kanye himself has been the face of these products. He was a Gap employee way back in the day, but he has put in and of course has made them a ton of money. And he's saying now, hey, there needs to be a Black face on the board, and why not mine? And normally, you guys already know, I don't always agree with everything that Kanye does, but this, I'm with it. I'm with it. He's making a very, very valid statement. People of color need to pay attention to not just the fact that our Black dollars matter, but us having a seat at the table also matters. It's unfortunate Kanye is trying to make a play to not to shape the narrative of what happens in corporate America with these major companies that we buy into as Black people. We need to have a voice at the table. And again, I wouldn't always say, hey, Kanye will be that voice, but actually when it comes to clothing, when it comes to branding, Kanye is a magician. Okay, I'm not even a fan of necessarily
when it comes to creating
things, but can he take a paper bag and turn it into an outfit that somebody's about to buy for more than $1,000? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Can he take a pair of space shoes and have y'all buying them for 400? Yes, he will, because y'all do it. So to have that type of brain power, that type of know-how, that type of plug into what's important to the urban community, what we want to see, what we want to have, I think that it would be stupid for them not to have him a part of the board. But of course, at the end of the day, it's about this. And I hate that it's even that way, but I just applaud you. One time, Kanye, this is the only time you're going to get out of me for 2020. I applaud you for just setting another standard of what we should be trying to achieve when it comes to corporate America. Corporate America does not have to stop at just our dollars. Corporate America and conquering it is way bigger, and it's equal us on a grander scale. You know what I mean? It's definitely on a grander scale. Yes.
Yeah, we definitely need to start having equity in this bigger pool of money.
Our own
yes,
right.
Our own seat at the table, definitely.
So I'm just tired of asking for it. I want to create.
Yes, we need to. No, you're not wrong. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. But while we're talking about having a seat at the table, this is probably the biggest table that most people talk about. You guys, we want to go ahead and jump into that ish. And first thing up is the Illuminati. So, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. We about to be cut off.
Leave my girl Cardi alone.
You guys had to hop on and tell her fans whether she's Illuminati or not. Now, anytime anybody of status, anybody who's prominent stature, that's what we always come up. And I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying it's not real, you guys. I'm just gonna say that I agree with some of the stories. I don't know if Cardi is there, but she went online because she felt like she had to say something, and I feel like it's messed up that she's had to say something. I feel like it was kind of messed up that Beyonce had to put it in certain songs, like y'all doing too much. But it was her in different outfits, devil like, angel like, and she's like, look, you guys, it's just pictures, what y'all want me to do. But for her to, I feel like, to have to go in and defend herself, and of course it's because of her status. I don't know. I mean, what do you all think? One, do we believe that Illuminati is real? And if so, do you even think Cardi B is a member?
I don't.
I
I believe
absolutely,
that
absolutely
Illuminati
think
is
it's real.
I
yeah, I
believe
think
it's
it's real,
real
but I
to a
believe
certain
that people who
extent.
are
I don't know if
affiliated with
it's
the Illuminati,
sacrificing babies or not.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Like I
agree.
don't
But
know.
I
I
I
agree.
mean,
know
I
as
I
believe,
don't
far
think
as
I
that they
believe,
be.
girls,
I don't think they be killing babies, but it's
I
definitely
no,
know
some
I
as far
do
secret
as
because a
shit
lot of
girls
my
going
go
kids
on
are
into
disappearing.
with some
things,
people who got
I
a lot
think
of
it's
money.
gonna
I
lead
believe it.
to
I feel like a lot of my kids are definitely disappearing, and they're not just going disappearing into space. I believe that Illuminati is more so like the puppet players, the
Well,
players
and
who,
see that's the
okay,
thing.
these are people
I
who
don't
can
get
like
crazy with
sway, who
Illuminati.
can
Like
sway the folks,
I
but
know this is what you're doing,
the cabal is a whole
but
different topic, and I don't want us to get cut off.
I,
But the cabal is the
right.
I
people
See,
who
think.
that's the
really run
thing.
the
Like
country because
certain people are
Illuminati,
afraid of Illuminati, and I'm like, I
the
don't know.
Masons, the
I
Yeah,
don't
Freemasons,
see,
know if
Masons,
saying
these are
Illuminati
elite
ain't it.
if
clubs that
saying
The
just
be
Illuminati is puppet
just
enforcing God.
players.
I
pictures.
don't know.
Hold on, you guys. One, I'm sorry, you guys. So I know that there's a major delay, but we all can't talk over each other because nobody watching us on Facebook is going to be able to hear anything any of us are saying. I said Illuminati and all three. I just damn it.
Because I was like,
I'm
hold on,
sorry. I'm sorry,
my bad.
but I want to make sure that, because all of you are making
Touch the
fantastic
nerve.
points, and I see, I understand. I don't want anybody to miss any of that because you all are dropping gems at the same time. Go ahead, Tay, and give us your opinion really quickly.
I feel that to say that what she's doing is just pictures, like that's the whole point of it. It's representation. Like what you're going to take in, you're going
Mm-hmm.
to like, your subconscious is going to work on that, and people are going to start being desensitized by like these shocking images of her like as this one extreme figure and then this other extreme figure. It's about representation. Yes, the Illuminati is real, and the Bilderbergs and all those people are absolutely real, and I believe it is really like, the representation controlling the people. So for her, I mean, I like art. I like Cardi as an artist, but I do think this is extreme and kind of, I don't know. It's just not my taste.
Okay, and Chop, where were you adding?
Well, I was just saying about the Illuminati. I don't know how far it go, what they do, or nothing like that. I hear a lot of serious accusations about them a lot. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think that she's a part of that. I mean, she just don't. But I don't know her personally, so I wouldn't know. But I honestly think that they were just because she even had posted the caption that y'all need to chill out with all this stuff. So I honestly believe that it was just for I forgot what she said it was for, but it either Halloween
It
or
was for a
whatever. She
TikTok
was dressing
video.
up for a certain reason. Yeah, TikTok video. So you dressing up for a certain reason. Let her live. I mean, it's a Halloween. We all dressing up.
No,
I mean,
no,
I didn't find it to be that type of. I didn't think of it.
nope.
Right,
I
no
don't know.
doubt, no
Hand it to
doubt.
I don't know.
me.
I don't read into stuff like that.
Right.
No, I am
So
Yeah,
all
while
about
we're
that's
moving
I did
along,
that's
like the
also
little
true.
angel outfit. The angel outfit was cute.
so while we're on the subject of money, let's talk about this 24 million COVID-19 fraudulent scam by somebody's boy, okay? Because I used to like Pretty Ricky as a group. They used to be my group. But the rapper Baby Blue
Baby
has been accused
blue.
of COVID relief money fraud. Now, I'm going to say this. If you're going to commit fraud, 24 million, you might as well. But if you're not smart enough to get away with it, I don't know what to tell you. So, Baby Blue was arrested on Monday in Pennsylvania for his role in the fraudulent scam. And according to the government, The reality television star, apparently he was falsifying documents, you guys. And subsequently, you know how they were doing the PPE loans in the beginning of COVID. Once stimulus packages went out and they were trying to help save businesses. He's not the first person actually who was caught up in some stuff, but the first person maybe at this grand scale with the amount of the money. So he was falsifying documents and ended up, by the time he got finished, totaling up to $24 million. I think that's bananas. I think that's bananas. There's so much already going on in the world, and people. There's a lot of people who actually legitimately needed that money. There are a lot of businesses that were actually really suffering, and businesses that didn't get a dime. So he falsified documents enough that it brought him in $24 million. Like, yo, what do you all think about that? What do you think about that?
Mm.
I
I guess he was getting his pleasure paychecks. Like now, yeah, I think that's actually very foul. A lot of people are actually doing a lot of fraudulent things out there, and unfortunately, everybody just trying to get a come up. This is very unfortunate. I also agree with you. A lot of other people could have utilized that money. A lot of other small businesses who didn't get a chance to get anything or who were denied for their SB loans and stuff like that. Yeah, this is unfair. This is very unfair and very, very irritable. I'm tired of us doing fraudulent shit. I know that we all try to get ahead and we all we're lacking certain opportunities other than other people, but damn, man, if we could just work together on a different level, if you could think this cohesively of how to falsify documents, you could have really actually generated that income and really made it happen for yourself. You have a certain level of intelligence, but we're utilizing our powers in the wrong way. So this just goes to show you that you can be the smartest, most dumbest person ever. And sometimes we gotta use all our tech savvy shit, all our falsified. We're gonna do it. Let's actually do it the right way and make some legitimate money from it. Because you could have even invested. You bought Ferraris and all that. You could have invested into community with that. You could have you know what? Let me build a fund just in case to protect my family and actually give back to the community. Because then you know what? When they would have charged you, if they would have found out, it wouldn't be as heinous as you doing some dumbass, regular, and I hate to say it, nigga shit, and going through the money like it's nothing.
Right. So we're gonna switch over really quickly to a positive note, you guys, because we talk about money and black folks stealing, and I just need to leave that alone for a minute. Leave that alone. So we're gonna talk about Taraji Henson, and we've touched on this before on the show. During COVID, she started doing mental health, helping out in the mental health arena during COVID. And when she first started it, it was a small project. It was just a baby of hers that she wanted to kind of see through, just going through her own issues, and she felt like there was definitely a need for Black people to seek out mental health during the COVID time. But now, you guys, it has grown, and I'm so happy for her. She's taken her show, it's now a show, and she's taking it over to Facebook Watch. So that's going to be something that everybody can see, and it's going to be called Mind with Taraji.
Yes, Taraji.
So I think that is phenomenal. I know
everybody
Chuck, always have.
That is amazing.
Yeah, Chuck, I know that you're always passionate about, people and mental health. How do you feel about her starting this new platform?
I think it's amazing. Like you said, I am a person that, I'm an advocate. I am, I don't know if it's victim, but I struggle with those. I struggle with my own mental health issues. So, I think it is a big deal. I think that a lot of people, especially in the Black community, I know my family personally, a lot of people do not take mental health seriously in the Black community. It's always about, let's pray about it and let it go. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just need this. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Just need that. So for her to be taking that on, I really, that's admirable and that's commendable. Like I'm really happy about that. Like it really did, I got a little mushy on the inside, like wow, like it made me feel good. So I mean, big ups to Taraji. I already love Taraji, but big ups to her for that. Like, I really,
Yeah,
I'm
to
gonna follow that whole situation because I, you know, like I said, I'm an advocate, and I'm, you know, that's right up my alley. So yeah.
to
So
I'm
you
bring in
here
mental
for
guys,
it.
health on a
this
bigger on a larger platform, I think that's really important for, just Black households to see Black people engaging in a mental health forum on a big scale. I think that's going to be amazing, absolutely amazing.
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Like I said
most
before, like
definitely.
yeah, it's not a big thing that's talked about in Black households.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
true.
guys, I saw this story, and I'm going to tell you, it shocked me for a hot second because I seen all these pictures on the internet of my boy Waka Flocka flashing his doctorate, and I said, Waka, somebody let Waka go back to school. But then it was just honorary. And I'm not taking nothing away from it being honorary. But I was like,
He's
I know
very
they ain't really let
intelligent.
him in
Walker.
there. But so Waka
Mm-hmm.
Flocka Flame, you guys, got his honorary doctorate for his community work, which is phenomenal. Um, all too often do we see people who are in a position of affluence or who are in a position of influence, and don't necessarily always put it back into their community. So this is awesome. So he got his doctorate for philanthropy, and it was from the Bible Institute of America. Wow, how about that? Waka
Oh,
Flocka.
that's very
Bible Institute of America. Let's put all that in one sentence, you
that's
guys. Waka Flocka.
2020, anything is possible. You thought you would never see
Anything
it?
is
Boom, you see
possible.
it.
I'm proud of
That
him.
is
I'm proud of him.
amazing.
Walker doesn't.
Yeah, most definitely. He does a lot. He definitely does a lot. And I didn't realize myself, you guys, that he was moving at such a grand scale when it came to his community initiatives. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I
No.
didn't realize that he was moving at such a grand scale. And maybe because sometimes when you other people make things so visible. But what happens is most of the time the people doing most of the work don't have to talk about it at all. You know what I mean? Most of the times people doing most of the work, they're not braggadocious about it or anything. And so maybe that's why
Yeah.
it's not as visible to me. But I'm super proud of him. I'm super proud of him just being able to say, you know what, here's the need, or here's how I can fill the need. So that is dope. One thing though that I'm excited about
And
coming
his
up
mother.
just for us as a people, yes, Walker is awesome. HBO Max is developing a post civil rights era drama series about Essence Magazine's origin story. So Essence, of course, has been around since before I was born. So talking about that origin and even shining a light on something that has been so prominent in our community is super, super dope. Super dope. Are you excited about this, Tay, as much as I am?
I think it's good. I think it's a really cool concept. You know, Essence. When I would go to my grandma's house, I would get Essence and Jet magazine, and there
Yeah.
used to be the Jet
Baby,
Beauties of the
uh-huh.
Week. Oh my
Yeah.
God, those were some of the most beautiful women that they used to feature. Those real, like, beautiful ebony models in their
Nubian,
centerpieces. I'm so excited about
melanated.
that. I can't wait. I am here for the. I am 100% here for this. I don't want to see any more slave documentaries or none of that. I want to see all positive. And post civil rights is definitely the area to start. So let's do it. I'm all about it. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting, you guys. It's going to come out on HBO Max. So definitely something to look forward to. Essence was founded back in 1968, so of course it is older than all of us. And just this initially was just a lifestyle magazine for upscale Black women, but Essence has grown to be so much more than just that. And I feel like it is more than just upscale Black women now. Maybe because our classes as women has increased, but I feel like it's just a voice of women. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how they've moved and how they've shined a light on the things that we're doing as women of color. I think it is beautiful. So I can't wait to see this come out. Um,
One more thing, you guys. Talking about this coronavirus. I would be so happy when we don't have to mention it no more. But my boy Trey Songz, Trigger
Yeah,
got the COVID, y'all.
Trigger
Trigger
done
got the
got the
COVID.
Rona.
He said he don't want to be
got
the president, you guys.
Who wanna go be his nurse now? Which one of you little fat
No,
ass
the
tails
neighbors
wanna
know
go
his
be his
name now
nurse?
because his ass in there coughing.
I
Oh
He
bet
didn't
y'all
know
no.
wanna
his
be his
name
nurse
before.
now. How much do you love
Yeah.
Trigger?
Not that
So he had
goddamn, not
actually
19, not COVID-19
Not
much.
that much. Oh, y'all don't love Trigger no
Trigger
more.
said he triggered. Trigger said he
know what
Between
triggered.
this and that No Jumper podcast when that girl bust him out for liking to, to pee on people, I'm okay. I'm just gonna step away from that. But I hope he recovers. I absolutely do.
Yeah, God bless
He'll be
him.
fine. Trigger, if
Yeah,
you don't
but
want
he's
to talk to
actually
one of
been
his
doing some good things.
friends,
Like he's right, but so he's according to him, he has been actually very proactive. You know what I mean? Doing all the things that we're supposed to do. He's been wearing his
Mm-hmm.
mask, doing the hand sanitizers, but he's also been doing a lot of helping in the community, doing food drives, and he has a young son at home. So I could see where just being a public figure, these things happen. It's a lot of people still coming up positive, but so it's not gone, you guys, by no means. But I wish him well. I think that he really has it, and maybe our
Yeah.
Trigger,
president
stop
don't.
wearing the mask.
But
Best
We're
wishes
breathing
to
in.
Trey
We're breathing. I just
Songz.
want y'all to
look,
Google this one thing, and I'm not going to talk about masks no more. I promise. Ethylene oxide. Google that.
we got one
That is
minute.
what you're breathing in when you're wearing these masks. And stop using sanitizer without replenishing your hands with mineral oils because you are stripping all the good bacteria from your body.
We don't want
Okay?
those
Yeah.
That's
crusties
it.
on our
Google
And
it.
you
tongue.
Ethylene oxide.
but that's
That's what
very
I'm
true.
saying. In
That
your
top
mask.
layer
Breathing
you
in.
definitely need, and the antibacterial takes all that away. But so coming up, you guys, up next, we're going to have our hot take. Our hot take tonight is why men cheat on their pregnant wives. That's deep. But we're going to get into, we're going to let Stiletto get it in on these people for a few minutes, and then we're going to be back. That's what we're going to be talking about. Y'all stay tuned. Stiletto, go ahead and give it to him, girl.
Go ahead, Stiletto.
Hey, step on them necks, guys.
I like the air horn.
Yeah, I got my drink, my drink.
What's up? What's up?
It's on, and I'm home. Get the picture on and tell them that it's on. I got my drink, my drink, my drink, it's on. It's on, and I'm home. Get the picture on. I got my drink in my gut. People think that I'm lucky. My leg looking husky. It's on, it's on. Yeah, home. Get the picture on and tell them that it's on. Put the smoke in the air. Taking off 2 6s, the lift grow. My money used to be immature, now my shit grow. Big wheels, big homes, I'm doing it big home. Your kid home, get the patrol and tell them that it's on. I do my 2 steps and let the link swing. Hold the drink with the light and show the big I got my
It's on. It's on.
to the floor. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. Baby girl ass she look like she want more. Like she a groupie, I ain't even no tour. Only cause she heard that I want more.
Look at that bag at the store. And maybe because he heard that I'm at the store.
To the dance floor. The 3 to the 2 to the 1. Homeboy, he don't know I got a gun. When they come to pop, we do this for fun. You ain't got one sticky, you better I'm in the back. Why she going down, I'm bragging on what I done. She smoking my stuff, saying she ain't having fun. She give it back, now you don't get none. Everybody in the club get tips. Everybody in the club get tips. Everybody you at? Where you at? Check it out, like, yeah. The bad dad, make a nigga spend his cash dad. His last dad, whole time with the fast dad. The bad dad, you can buy it in the jag dad. But dad dad, you can smoke by your bag dad. A good dad got money, got the fast dad. The trash dad, I'm a big time a nigga dad. Full of tricky dad. I play it in a paper dad, where it really dad. I'm talking good dad, I'm the hood dad. Let me down the school dad, I'm a good dad. Got a nigga swimming on dad, on the hard dad. A cool young brother, I'm with the drum dad. I'm do a trick dad, on the dick dad. You play with me on the bitch dad, that ain't shit dad. The nigga with the money dad, no money dad. Got birds and the money dad, by the hundred dad. Let's go, girl, get that good. Want you back, motherfucker, want you back. Get it back. I don't know about that. That cool. Want you back, that ass. You a fine motherfucker, want you back, that ass up. Get back, that ass up. Girl, take it out, that ass up. Back that ass up. You a fine motherfucker, want you back, that ass up. Take the ass and give me that ass. I love Magic Man. Oh. So baby girl, let me see. You heard what I said. That break stuff, put it up on my head. Get through. Make a decision. We need to get down to business so you can see what you've been. So, but you never done like this. Oh, wait, you see my. Oh. Will I show you this? Will I show you this? Hey, hey. Will I show you this? Okay, now, ladies, if you know you bad, don't need no man, got so much put up your hand. You a top notch bitch. What my ladies say? And the toe, whip it out, show them all you bang, slang it out, just roll with it. Walk it down, shout you. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, get a booty vibe. I like my bitches who die. Rich it in your own hand, nigga, no lies. Real gentleman, fucking never fall again. I'm hot, fresh about that water, I ain't even swim. Hope she got a nigga where he could be a man. Man, I wouldn't shake his hand with a broke hand. I don't fear nigga boy Conan. Make a bitch strip, but nigga go dance. Standing in the club on the couch, shit. Got him like Billy now. Okay, now ladies, if you want to so on back, put up your hand. Top night, bitch, let me holler. In the door. Hey, DJ, I love it. You wanna set the light on, do it all night. What we talking about? Right there, right out of you outright. Gonna that's night. I say it. Ain't no fun if you ain't but your boys. Ain't no fun if you got no fun. No love for the show. Tell me that for your passion, have no love licking. Love now. Nobody love getting love in it. That's it, though. I love it. Hey, I know y'all this American stuff that shit. I'm gonna go home. We're gonna go home. Come on. Yeah, baby. Probably me. I got money, I got days, I get on the too. All my dance, got my baby. I'm gonna put the whole thing in it. She gonna put some money, God,
Listen, and I've been talking like I feel like I've been talking about it all day. We're gonna talk about it on both shows. That's what I said, like I had
some money, God, she gonna take it, God, know in the ceiling. I'm gonna throw these bands out of God, know she don't want me.
Pussy got a hickey, baby. Put a bottom range, chain, but I saw some change on it. I'ma put the game City pretty on the city. I'm fucking with the girl, got a nigga rapping, bitch, showing her. Only talking about bands when we hit each other. We never do it quick.
That's all my time, but ladies, we gonna be city girls tonight. That's all right with y'all.
Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag, whole 5'6", figure
Oh.
I saw my ass, so we call it sweet. Fucking all this scamming ass, rich ass nigga.
Hey.
Same group of bitches, they don't add to the picture. Drop a couple right versus extra. Drinking, I'm looking at your next sir. If it's funny, right, you can eat it like a sister. I ain't got that for you, fake it, so.
We gonna finish that party. I go over there, I'm gonna get back to my lady. It's Illustrate Radio, you already know what it is. I'll be there stiletto. Act up, act up, and
you know, what you do when you get I gotta go.
Y'all wasn't ready. Y'all wasn't ready. Back to my lady.
You was over there rocking, girl.
Trying to have a good time. I had to plug my mic in. My mic.
I forgot I was on mute, you guys.
Like, girl, let me know you there. It's okay. We here now.
Yes, in there rocking, but we are back, you guys. Illustrate Radio, and our hot take for tonight is: why do men cheat on their pregnant wives? I don't know which one of y'all wants to take this first. Any takers? Any takers? If I could bring my my most recent spouse in the room, if I could bring him on to answer this question, because to be quite honest with you guys, my daughter is 7, but I was getting cheated on like a mud while I was pregnant. So I wish I knew the answer. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this topic right here for somebody else, so I don't get worked up. Anybody else want to touch on why men cheat on their pregnant wives?
Why do men do anything that they do? Because they are men. Now, men, I know men are simple creatures, but when it comes to cheating, I don't know if it's something that we should expect or it's something that we should accept. So are we okay with accepting men cheating, or are we expecting a man to cheat? Is it right? Absolutely not. But I think it's so common, especially when you're pregnant. Especially when you're pregnant and your body's changing. I know just personally from my experience being pregnant, my body was so different. I really did not want to have sex with my partner. So if he was to go cheat on me, would I be upset and hurt? Yes. Would I understand? Kinda. I would.
Okay, that's definitely one perspective. Lucky we can't hear you, sis. Lucky,
you can't hear me?
I almost tried to thinking about it.
Y'all can hear me now. I'm sorry. I've been muting myself because I didn't unmute my mic when I came back. My bad. So I feel like people feel cheated. I said people cheat because you feel like you can't really be honest and have that open communication with your spouse freely and understanding. I only feel cheated when I'm cheated out of a decision of making it for myself, of you not giving me the opportunity to actually for you to trust me and to trust that I will listen and understand you. If you're on, I have medical issues when I'm pregnant. So my thing was, I'm gonna have to slop on that knob every time he wanted because I can't technically have sex. And I gotta also make sure that in the meantime, I'm not having an orgasm my damn self. Going without sex for a long time, especially if you are used to being super duper active and saying, oh, now we going cold turkey. It needs a conversation to be had. I said, baby, go to the strip club, go ahead and let them work you up. And when you come home, I'll make sure I finish you off. Like, that's it. And if you want to pay that extra $20, $30, am I saying go ahead?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tay.
Are you saying that men?
Yeah, you're about
are
to
you
ask
saying
the
that
question.
men will cheat? If that men will cheat if they're not getting it at home? So to have the
I
open
feel as though men
conversation
would
with your
cheat.
man.
I feel like men cheat because they're hunters and it's not in their innate behavior to be with one person. However, some men are capable of doing so because just like every species is different. However, the lioness and the lion, they're the most, they have the most mates and they actually looked at most likely how mankind and humans should actually behave. A lion has plenty of lioness, and when one is pregnant, he's mating with the next because technically your kingdom is supposed to be spread, but that's a whole different subject. At the end of the day, it's lack of communication. To me, it's lack of communication why men cheat. They don't feel as though we can actually handle that kind of conversation because can you really handle that? No. But are men thinking about other women a lot all the time, but they can't communicate
all the time.
Even if you over there looking at them,
right.
even if you're picking the girls out with the big butts with them and stuff, that don't mean shit. Because we ain't ready to really address that conversation. So it could be medical.
A man's gonna do.
It could be medical conditions.
Men are men.
Urge conditions,
Yeah, I hear you.
So I feel like people just greedy. And I'm gonna say people because I'm a person.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna excuse myself. And granted, I ain't got no wife, but if I did, I'd probably cheat on her too. I think people are just greedy. And then the relationship I got married. Like this was before I got married. So I mean, I knew that I knew he was a little bit of a dog. I just maybe wasn't expecting like, hey, hope while once we had decided to live together and to start a family, I'm like, to me that renders a different level of commitment. But that's because that's the agreement that we made. I'm the type of chick though that if you're honest with me, I could work with you. You know what I mean? If I'm not opposed to open relationships. I'm not opposed to people living in whatever agreement they have and being okay with those surroundings. And so I've always been like that. So I can't say that it was my pregnancy or my body changing or me not fucking. Like I want to fuck all the time, like 365 days a year. It's just pregnant or not.
All right.
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say, hey, there was a lack. Could have had anything you wanted. Some people, I feel like it just boils down to greed. Like I said, I'm saying people and not just husbands, not just whatever, because I suffer from being greedy too. I've cheated probably as much as I was cheated on. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to act like I'm no saint sitting here in front of Facebook. Luckily, ain't that many people watching. I'm not going to act like I'm no saint, but I will say that sometimes it is just greed.
So you two would be open for an open relationship, the open conversation with the man before he doesn't cheat, or you would be open with the open relationship. What about you, Chocolate Barbie? You down with the open relationship?
I mean, I don't get into a relationship.
I'm ready to talk.
I mean, I get into a relationship where we make it a friendship first, so it's always going to be that open communication. I'm always gonna. I require that in my relationship. No matter who it is, I require that. Even in our friendships, I require that, like, that openness. If you don't feel like you can be open and honest with me, I don't want you to be around me. I don't care how bad it's gonna hurt my feelings or make me cry. I need that open honesty from friends, family, anybody that's around me. I want that. Like, that's a requirement to be around me. So especially in my relationship, we have that open communication and stuff like that to where we can talk. As far as sleeping with somebody else while I'm pregnant, I've never gotten to that point in life because I'm not a mom yet, but I don't. That right there is really the ultimate betrayal. I've seen a lot of people go through that, and to me, that's the ultimate betrayal. You are sharing yourself with this new human that you are risking your life to have for someone else, and he goes out while you are building this life, and your body's going through all these changes, all of these risks. Anything could happen to you. And this person's not thinking enough. I don't care what your situation is. You're not taking that 9 months that somebody's building a human for you to whatever it is. I don't care what's going on, to make sure that person is okay and whatever else. Like, that shouldn't even be a thought about I need to bust a nut when a whole life is being created for you.
Girl.
Like that right there,
I'm
like
just gonna keep it a bag.
I can't even fathom the way a man's mind thinks. It's like that right there is the ultimate betrayal to me. If you're in a situation and you're that deep in a situation where
It's
you
monogamous.
get with someone, like dudes don't realize how serious letting in somebody is. Like, it's way more than just DNA. After that,
it's not
and
necessarily.
like,
it's not necessarily. I don't.
Me personally, that's the ultimate betrayal to me. So I couldn't handle that type of situation. I'm too homicidal for that type of situation, which is why I've tried to.
There's no forgiving. There's no forgive and forget.
Not for me. Like,
That's a slippery slope. That's a very, very slippery slope.
I'm a firm believer, and we really. You can still be all of those things, just like we are all of those things to all those multiple different people. I just feel like a lot of times, again, we get selfish. As much as we like to call someone else greedy, we also like to be extremely selfish to say, you know what? I control your movements. I control what decisions you make. We in this together. We can still be in this together. We can still literally be building a family. To me, that is not the ultimate betrayal. Is when somebody gets you here and here, because I like to work root to crown. Crown to root don't mean nothing to me, because you can fuck a bitch all day and she don't mean nothing to you. You're not wifing her. You're not responsible for her. Not none of that. So to me, you do that. It could have been a conversation that could have been had, because that's the kind of relationship that I want to build in a friendship, in a bond, and anything that you do with business, personal, whatever. We love on levels. We create on levels, and we connect with people on levels. So I'm just a little bit more open when it comes to knowing that I don't own a person in their journey. I'm just here to make you better, and you here to make me better. And if I can choose to be hurt,
that's key.
I can choose to be wounded, or I can choose to be wise. I can choose to be wounded, or I can choose to be wise. Either I'm going to stick with it or learn from it and move on from it. But I ain't about to stay stuck on it.
I like that. I
don't think that being okay with the open relationship is only to keep a person from cheating, to be honest. Sometimes having an open relationship is being true to yourself. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say, hey, let's have an open relationship just to make sure you don't leave me. I may want an open relationship because although I love you and I want to build with you, I just want to fuck this guy right here maybe twice a month because he got that thing and I need that. But I love you, but I need that. So I mean,
I've been in that type of situation before. I actually,
you know what I mean? It might
before I got serious in my relationship,
very true saying that, you know.
some people look at it and think it's so taboo or get so up in arms about the notion of, oh my God, you're supposed to be monogamous. No, you're supposed to have a meeting of the minds and agree on a type of relationship that you want and be okay with it. That's why you see couples who can go to swinger parties and love each other
Yeah.
for forever. That's why you can have a Will and Jada who ain't never ever gonna leave. I don't care how many August come around. I don't care how many bitches with the Will and fuck. Now y'all know Will fucking bitches, but you just don't hear about it. You know what I'm saying? They're always going to be together because the relationship that they have is bigger than just the notion of monogamy. It transcends that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Whatever other piece I want to add
Exactly.
to, whatever
Monogamy is
other
so
piece we
good.
might have, we might want to share, whatever it is. It's bigger than that.
Yeah, I don't believe that one fits all. Like relationships come one fits all. I absolutely agree. There's levels to it. There's different type of relationships. You might be in a monogamous relationship with your partner for 10 years, and on that 11th year, things change. So it is very important to be flexible. But going back to the topic, cheating during pregnancy, I just can't. I think that's a big like no for me. I agree.
It's a
It's too
no-no.
much.
I'm not mature enough. I'm not mature enough of a person to forgive and forget some type of betrayal like that. That's my body.
I can't.
You got to take that stuff serious. I totally agree with you, Chop.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, very
I mean,
true.
any other type
Very
of
true.
situation, like if it was like just a boyfriend, whatever case is, we can figure stuff out. But when a whole life is involved, yeah, nah, all bets are off. You don't get to go
And
out and just be
so
this is a us thing at
it's
that
so very
point, especially
interesting
because
because
I'm.
I'm sorry, it's
Go
a
ahead.
delay, Chalk. Go ahead. No, boo, I thought
No,
you was
no, no.
finished.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead, because I wanted to hear that. Where were you getting at? Because I wanted to hear your story.
No, I was saying so very interesting because during that time, like he would apologize but was not remorseful. And it wasn't actually until our daughter was born that he just like totally broke down and was just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like looking at her, the impact of exactly what Chalk is saying, what
What
she could have been
she
sick. I could have gotten sick. You know, you could have gave me something,
Yeah.
like
exactly,
anything could have happened.
exactly,
You didn't
You
even
know what
say
I'm saying?
raw. And you
And
didn't
exactly.
even
the
take this
impact,
back.
right, the impact
Nobody
hit
said going
him
into
when
nobody's
that
raw.
baby came was crazy. Right, right,
I'm gonna say nobody
right.
said
Well, you
going
guys,
raw. We ain't
this
having sex, but anyway, yeah, my bad. We can go out. Hey,
no, it's look, this has been great. Okay, this we're gonna have to call this our new version show because we got everybody here, we got new people here, so we're starting a new team, you guys. Make sure you don't miss not Nate, one of us. We're gonna make sure you have everybody's Instagram. Go ahead, Tay. We're gonna go around real quick, let everybody know how they can follow you.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for having me on tonight. I had a lot of fun with you guys. I learned a lot about open relationships and things that wouldn't have normally thought about on a Wednesday night, but I definitely appreciate it. If you want to stay in touch with me, go ahead and follow me at the Normal Girl Podcast. That's all over the web. That's my weekly podcast. And you can also follow my personal page at Take Two Times on Instagram. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, and Chuck.
You can follow me at the plug Pretty Best Friend on Instagram. That's DAPLUG Pretty Best Friend. Y'all know I don't always spell it out, but y'all know what I mean. Go ahead, click that follow button.
hey. Say I know so that Jamaican in the building. I mean, no, say I'm about 10 Instagram. So I'm joking. Go ahead and make sure y'all tune in to Magical AF Podcast. I have 2 episodes up and we are now up and running. Shout out to me finally and to y'all for inspiring me to make sure I stay consistent. Tay and T, I appreciate that because that y'all put me on the ball. And also at Cincy
Congratulations.
Sweets, y'all y'all make sure y'all get into them infused and non-infused drinks. Holler at me. I got specials going on.
All righty. And before we kick it to her, make sure you guys follow our new DJ at DJ Stiletto with the number one, Stiletto spell with the Y. Make sure you follow her. Make sure you follow your girl at the Love Below _ Sex Talk with T Gray. You guys, I'm trying to put out some fire for y'all. Just believe me, it's coming and it's on its way. And make sure you definitely tune in to us at Illustrate _ Radio. Make sure you check us out on our Heart Radio. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. If you're not looking for us, I don't know what you're looking for, but we will see you all again next Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Illustrate Radio here on Bliss FM. And that DJ Stiletto gonna take y'all home. Y'all have a good night. Bye bye.
Check. Y'all know what time it is.
Wait a minute.
And we're gonna say it out like that.
Y'all know what this is. My mind was changed. I'm glad you made intoxicated. Divine to me. Feel love in the air, baby, you know. You rush me better where the time goes. Wanna be show me now, 'cause I didn't have one too many. And I know that you feel me the way I feel for you. And it's cool that you got a motive, and I think I like it. I know insecurity. I hope that you're open. My body gives notice that I want your energy. Girl, give me that. Girl, I love you, no questions. Reach out, touch me. Like that, don't judge me. Just don't waste my time. Love you, no questions, baby. Reach out and you touch me.
Alright, y'all. So we gonna say it something like that.
Just don't waste my time.
I want a little Maxwell, right? I'm gonna leave it right here. So we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday, 9:05. It's Illustrate Radio. Shout out to all my ladies. We out here doing it. Follow us. Follow the show. Tune in next Wednesday. Peace and love.
Hey, DJ, Stiletto. DJ, Stiletto.